Hey everybody, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today, you've got me, the Margarita Kid, and I am drinking, since it's still kind of early in the day, coffee. May the trimethylxanthine give you energy and soothe your soul. Now, onto the band. This is a new band to me that was recommended in comments from one of the other bands for a Indonesian all-girl band called Voice of Baceprot. I think I'm pronouncing that reasonably close, but if not, let me know. This is an all-girl metal band. Song titles are things like God Allow Me to Play Music, School Revolution, Not Public Property, so it seems like there is some activism, it sounds like, maybe, in their song titles. And when you hear songs called like School Revolution, you think about, in the old days, in the US at least, a lot of the school revolution type songs were anti-school, right? You think of Alice Cooper singing School's Out, where the school's been blown to pieces, or the Ramones, and just all these things were all very anti-education. And I think a lot of music is starting to come out elsewhere in the world where people are fighting to be able to go to the schools. And you get a lot of, like the Malala thing, no music associated with that I'm aware of, but you do get, a lot of things are very different outside the U.S., obviously. In this case, I wasn't sure if that was really what's happening in Indonesia, so I did a little bit of research, and it looks like gender equality in schools has become reasonably equitable fairly recently. I guess there's some sort of a gender equality index, and they hit the 1, which is, I guess, kind of the equal ratio around 2019. So things have gotten better. I don't know if it was bad for a long time or not, but I did see that literacy rates among females is like 99% plus. So it seems like even if there were still some issues with education, at least everybody's still literate and getting educated somehow. So I mean, I don't know a lot about this, but I do know that I want to hear some metal from these girls, and so I picked School Revolution. There were some live concerts of this. There was one at the Wacken festivals that I almost picked, but I thought I would be able to hear things a little bit better if I just listened to a studio version for the first time. I don't know if they're going to be singing in English or Sundanese, so we'll see. Let's get started. Sorry. Okay, so first off, Trio, which is cool, and that opening riff is great. It's reminiscent of like older kind of rock and roll, almost like a MOLY Hatchet or something. That's cool. I don't think it's going to stay that way, but this opening was. All right, so just as an aside, about the location they're shooting is pretty cool looking, and I've seen this in a lot of videos from countries, kind of in the Middle East and in Asia, where they find these locations that are very kind of lots of graffiti, kind of broken down old buildings or whatever, that always just give it a certain kind of cool revolution type of feel. And but there's obviously some production to this video, so it's not just, it seems like, a couple people with cameras, recording them or something. There's some effects going on. It sounds like it's very well balanced and everything. So these guys, I wasn't sure if they were going to be like a hardcore like band that's got a label and everything, but it seems like maybe they do. And what a groove. a shout out to the bassist as well. She's killing it on this. It's a lot of times when you've got a really cool guitar riff like that to lose track of all the awesome things that the bass player is doing, and there's a lot going on here that's really enjoyable. And there's these mannequins with tape over their mouths everywhere, and it looks like, I don't know what the word that's written there is, moral, maybe? Or I don't know, maybe that's in Indonesian, I'm just not sure what the word is, but so again, it seems like there may be certain messages coming through this as well. Yeah, it looks like it says moral in the background there as well. So, yeah, I wonder if that's just what I'm thinking it is, or if it's something completely different. If you do know, let me know, because I'm really interested in this in a larger context outside of just the music. So far, they've got this rhythm that they're doing, this little bit, and then it's almost like a theme and variation, jumping back and forth between that main kind of riff and then changing up like the second half of the bar or something. They've done that a couple times now. It's really cool. Fascinated to know what she's actually singing. That first part that she was singing, it was almost more rappy than it was like singing. Like, it's like half singing, half rap, and there's a term for that. I can't remember what it is. There's some other artists that tend to do that a little bit. What's her name? MIA from England, I think, does that sometimes. Ren, obviously. Yeah, just kind of an interesting style. And then they get into this chorus where things become a little bit more melodic. But man, if anybody knows what they're saying, let me know. Because she sounded like she was, whatever she was singing, it was like with big emphasis.
Don't try to judge us, no. Don't try to judge us, no. Di balik tembok isi kepala seakan digembok serasa domba dan sifat hingga bongkok. Ya setiap merdeka bersiap pada sabuk atau dikatai. Lebar samar dan nantinya mulai pudar.
I think it's show the word pudar.
Lebar samar dan nantinya mulai pudar.
And I think I heard her saying that too, so I wonder what that means. And it also makes me think that I'm seeing some of these other words that aren't English, that moral thing probably maybe isn't English as well. So, I've said metal a few times. This is obviously much more of just like a hard rock flavor as opposed to more of a metal flavor. Now, maybe they do more metal in other stuff, but the music that they're playing is just fabulously catchy. But I did want to call out right here. They've got this, kids when they get in trouble in school, end up having to write, I will not throw spitballs at Susie 50 times on the blackboard or whatever. And so I'm wondering what it is that they're saying here, if it's something like that or if it's something, that's a little more political. So yeah, I'm going to call out a couple things again real quick. So first off, I like that her solos are very melodic and not just, kind of a lot of shredding notes or something like that. She's like really getting into the spirit of cool rock solos that a lot of times, even went kind of slow right there, really interesting stuff. But also, once again, the bass player, anytime you're in like a rock trio, you really need a bass player that's going to be able to do things with the bass other than just keeping the beat at the same time they're kind of having to keep the beat. I know you've got the drummer for that, but she's doing a lot of really interesting things to give a lot of texture to the background so that it doesn't just sound kind of empty. A lot of other bands might have a keyboard for that or another guitar player or something, but when you just have the bass, then they've really got to do some extra duty, and she's doing a great job. And finally, a 4-string bass. I've been observing for a long time that it seems like every modern band has at least a 5-string bass, if not more. And then I finally thought I found one the other day, and everybody laughed at me and said, no, it's a 5-string. There's just a peg, in a different spot. So now this one, clearly, there's 4 strings there. So kudos. And I just want to say one other thing, like the way she's singing, like pretty quickly, like almost rapping, like I said, it's to do that on top of the, fairly complicated riff that she's playing. And the background is pretty astounding. And I know that this is, obviously it's pre-recorded and they're lip syncing and everything else. But I imagine, I saw lots of live concerts of them performing this, so I assume she is able to, do all of this singing and playing at the same time. So that's really awesome.
Untuk mewujudkan bisa sukses tanpa haus kopak kebesit. Punya semangat dan pikiran yang positif. Don't try to judge us, no. 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 Judge us, no. Don't try to judge us, no.
Is she saying don't try to judge us now? If so, then all of a sudden everything I've been thinking about lyrics changes. Have they been singing in English the whole time and I missed it? Or is this one of those things like I see a lot in Japanese music where they jump back and forth between English and whatever the language is, Japanese or some whatever. Sometimes even within the middle of a sentence, there'll just be one word because it's sonically more pleasing in that place of the line or whatever. But here, I was so busy focused on the music that to me the voice was just another instrument, and I wasn't even trying to listen to the words. But all of a sudden, yeah, it does seem like they're saying something about don't judge us now.
Don't try to judge us, no. 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 And my soul does and my dreams die. My soul born the dark side. I lose my life.
The other side of metalism. All right, that was freaking fantastic. Whoever recommended that, thank you. That was absolutely great. I can't wait to watch some more of their stuff. Oh my goodness, I love that. Oh, look at this. They met Tom Morello, guitar player from Rage Against the Machine. No wonder they're all happy like that. That's cool. Anyway, wow, so much about this was just spot on. Like I said, things that it's easy to forget about, like production quality, sound engineering, was all perfectly well done. The location was a really awesome place to shoot. Her kind of sing rapping thing, I didn't even need to know what she was saying most of the time, even though apparently some of the time I could have known what she was saying and was probably missing it. But the music was so engaging. The riffs were just very there were a lot of different ones, and it was just that perfect kind of riffs that you can go from one to another, and it's fairly seamless. The soloing was great. Like I said, the kind of the power trio thing was really working. I enjoyed this a lot. If there are other songs of theirs that you think I should react to, if you're familiar with this band, let me know. If not, I'm probably just going to go on and maybe start checking out some of the live music to see how they sound live as well. Wow, great stuff. If this is your first time experiencing this band like it is me, make sure you go to this video page. I'll have a link in the description. Like it, comment it, subscribe it. Let's get these guys some love and some exposure. Get the more those numbers get up, the more they'll start popping up into people's feeds. So try and promote them that way, and also go and subscribe to their band page as well. I'll have a link down to that as well as any of their other socials. I'll try and put in there. So yeah, definitely. For all I know, everybody in the world knows about this band but me. But this is definitely completely new to me and completely shocking. Just great. I don't think I even needed the coffee to get excited. because this gave me a lot of energy. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks everybody for hanging out, watching. I appreciate your comments. If you've got anything to say, I always read them. I love them. It's one of my favorite parts of the day. Even if I have trouble responding to all of them, I try to at least give them a thumbs up to let you know I read it. And yeah, that's it. I hope everybody has a great day. We'll see you again next time. Bye.